Hey, what's good? This is the Walker Bar for Black Authentic Truth. Thank you for rocking with me. Thank you for supporting me. Now, this is a topic that a lot of people won't like, a lot of women won't like. A lot of black people in general don't look at, they don't see. In a lot of situations, we usually see the end result. We never see how these situations get to the ending that they get to. A perfect example is the situation with the 14-year-old boy killing the man that shouldn't have put his hands on his mother. Now, we've only seen snippets and things of the video, so we don't know the whole extent. I would assume that this was over something real petty. 11 o'clock at night in the line to get some food. I think it sells hot dogs, tacos. I think it's one of those kind of like American kitchens where they sell everything, right? But the point is that something sparked it. And now stuff is coming out now with the guy that got killed, his girlfriend. They're saying that she was there, she was egging him on, she was encouraging him. And then you have what we see, which is the ending of him getting into it with Carlicia, the sister, right? And so from that, what I saw was that when a man is irate, when a man is, he's out of his mind, and as a woman, you're getting into it with a man that you don't know, you should refrain from engaging with him. You should figure out a way to de-escalate. You should walk away. Now, I know that's really hard with the pride that people have, the ego that a lot of people have. It's hard for black men to walk away from an altercation. But when you get in an altercation, you got to use wisdom. But this is about when women get into it with men, instead of de-escalating, they escalate the situation. And then they go get a cousin, an uncle, a brother, a nephew, a father, their man to come and handle the situation, and somebody ends up getting killed. And so I said it right out. I said, if she had a man, and that's no disrespect, if there was a man with her or the father of her son, that situation would have went totally different, because a man brings a certain type of energy to the table where it doesn't have to get out of hand. It can be settled. It can be de-escalated. I'm not saying every man, but I just don't see it happening the way it did. If her man and her son wouldn't have to kill the brother either, right? It probably could have been handled right there in the store. But if this is true, what they're saying about his girlfriend, the brother named Jeremy, if this is true, then she weaponized him too. If she was encouraging him to hit this sister, then she weaponized her man and ultimately caused his death. Now, on the flip side, as a woman that is in an altercation with a man, and this man is irate, it's clear that he's madder at something than just this situation, and that he's getting angry and angry, and now he's making physical threats. As a woman, I believe you should walk away. You should back away from that situation. And most ladies, most women will, see that a man is upset, and they'll just let him have that. They'll just walk away and leave it alone, right? But what you see time and time in our community is that sisters weaponize black men and black boys, and they go get these brothers and these cousins and stuff, and somebody gets hurt, somebody gets killed, right? Or two people get killed off of a situation that shouldn't have to happen, off of a situation that could have been de-escalated, off of a situation that if a woman understood that what's going to happen and not work off of her emotions, she would say, you know what, this is not that serious. You know what, I don't have anything else to say. And she will leave the situation alone, instead of her mouth adding more fuel to the fire and turning a situation that could have went another way into a situation where someone gets murdered or somebody gets killed, right? And so this happens in our community, and I know a lot of people don't want to talk about it, and it gets overlooked. Now, even from a biblical perspective, the Bible tells you the tongue can start some fires that can't be put out. It could take hold of death, right? I'm paraphrasing, but that mouth that mouth can start a lot of things that don't have to. That mouth done put a lot of people in the grave. That mouth, having too much pride, having too much ego, just walking away and letting things go. So when you see these situations happen, these situations should not be happening. But we're very emotional as a people. And that man, that brother right there that got killed, hella emotional, very irrational in that moment, and was being encouraged by the woman he was with. And that's something else to show you that how much, what we don't talk about either, right, is how much black women hate other black women, how much black women go at each other. Now, this is a black woman that was empowering or encouraging her man to put hands on another black woman. And it don't even really have to be physical. But when it comes to social media, you see that a lot. You see sisters that say something, or maybe they might agree with something that a man said, and you have all of these black women hating on this sister, calling her names. What's the word? Pick me, right? Like I guess you want to be picked, right? As if everybody don't want to be chose by somebody, right? But you see a lot of black women show how much they actually hate other black women, and that don't get talked about either. Y'all don't talk about that. Y'all don't talk about that in the sisterhood. You understand? But getting back to the topic, black women have to stop weaponizing their brothers, their uncles, their fathers, and setting them up on a kamikaze mission, on a torpedo mission. And they talk about protect black women. We've heard that for years now. Protect black women, as though black men don't protect black women, especially the black women in their family and the ones they love. And we heard this thing about there were men at that situation with the 14-year-old and they didn't do anything. From what I'm hearing is that one of the men, or either two of the men, were like older, elderly men. But I put myself in that place. So you telling me if I'm out in the store and I see something, I'm in line and I see this transpiring, I would say, hey, bro, it's not that serious, bro. Just let it go. I would tell the sis, just be quiet, let it go, get your food, just go home and enjoy your food. But here's the $1 million question. In the heat of the moment, while I'm telling this sister to just be quiet, let it go, don't worry about it, get your food and go, and telling him, bro, it's not that serious, it's just food, will that sister listen to me? When I'm telling that sister, let it go, sis, would she listen to me? I'm talking about these are perfect strangers, right? When I'm telling that brother, let's just say I do what a lot of y'all think that black men should do, is I hop in front of the sister and say, hey, check this out, bro. Chill out. How would that have ended? Right? How would it have ended if I asked her, told her, look, sis, just let it go? Would she have listened? Would she have stopped? That's up for the birds. We don't know. Maybe she would have. Maybe she would have kept talking, and maybe it would have just stopped the situation. Or if I would have said to the brother, let it go. Nigga, who is you? And then we get into it, and then we get in the squabble, right? When it could have been de-escalated before it got to that point by her just closing her mouth and letting it go. Now you want a perfect stranger, and a lot of y'all are like this. A lot of sisters are like this. You want a perfect stranger to come in and hop into a situation, that a fire that you done created with your mouth, and come in and like Superman and die for you. Is that so? This is my question. Am I a hero now? Will I be a hero? Like, how would I be remembered? Not saying that it matters, but I'm just thinking, I want y'all to think, like, how would I be remembered for coming in, a man and a woman was getting into it, or in this situation, you come in, hold this, sister, I got it. get in between, he pull out a gun, shoot you dead. You'll be forgotten about in a couple of posts. You know what I'm saying? So on one end, I understand that you don't want to let nothing happen in front of you. But on the other hand, I don't understand how you think that you could start a situation with your mouth, knowing you're a woman, and expect for some random brother to come in and save you. And in the cause of him trying to save you, he end up getting killed, or he kills someone, or just a situation happens that shouldn't have happened, but it only happened because of your mouth. Is that, I don't know, is that fair? Somebody help me out. Is that fair? I mean, it is what it is, but at the end of the day, this is what I see with the weaponizing of black men and boys, fathers, uncles, nephews, and all of that. As a woman, you don't want to put a man in a position where he has to die. He has to die a death that he shouldn't have died because of this, because of the mouth. I don't know, man, but a lot of us have to think about that and take accountability for that. We all seen it. Some of us done lived it, and some of us have done it. And I'll end with this. So your sister or somebody call you, woman, to come handle this beef between her and her man. They get into it. He done pushed her. He done hit her or something like that, right? And y'all get in a big fight, big scuffle. You know, it's over. A week later, you see her. She still with him. So all of that was over. Not only words, but over because she had the power to wield and say, he did this. Come get him. Come get this nigga. That's what happened with that football player. The sister was being a complete monster on camera to this brother. And the minute that he do something, I don't remember what he did. He must have nudged her or pushed her or closed, slammed the door. I can't remember. A lot of y'all know that situation with that football player that was he's fighting the case, right? Soon as he did that, she goes and get her brothers. They come at night to come, put in work to come hurt their brother off of her words. Then one of them end up getting killed. They came to his house, but it be off of these sisters' mouths that a lot of these situations end up playing out how they do.